It is time to out every single abuser in the industry, every single one. It's time for all of you, for everybody to know who you all are. People are not going to be afraid anymore.
All right, y'all. So this is going to be a heavy video, and we going to talk about one of y'all faves, Chris Brown, in this video. And just prepare to hear some very heinous accusations. Let's get right into it. This young lady's name is Hannah Katana. And this is her story.
I never thought that I would make this video, but it's time. They finally got Diddy. They finally got him. But the thing is, there's so many more men out there, just like Diddy, who are abusers, who use their fame to lure women in and abuse them. And I wanted to come on here to say that it is time to out every single abuser in the industry, every single one. They all need to be held accountable. And the thing is, I would be a hypocrite if I came on here and I was telling other women that they need to speak up if I'm unwilling to speak up. I was raped at Chris Brown's house by his friend, Sage the Gemini. Yes, I know, I should have never been at Chris Brown's house in the first place. This happened when I was 18 years old. I'm 26 now, as of today. And I should have never been there. But Sage the Gemini raped me at his house. Chris Brown raped my friend when she was underage. She was under the influence and she was 16 years old. Were on two different occasions. But the thing is, all these men, all these abusers, they hang out together. Chris Brown and Sage the Gemini are rapists. Why have I been afraid to come out all this time? You want to know? It's because right after Sage raped me, he had me sign a paper saying that everything that happened was consensual. And he was my Uber drive. He got me the Uber to Chris Brown's house. And I didn't have any money. And I needed him to get me the ride back. And I didn't know if he was gonna, I didn't know what was gonna happen if in that moment, I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. I don't really know how to talk about this. I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that Chris Brown and Sage the Gemini are rapists. And I think that we all of us, girls, guys, everybody who has been raped, abused by powerful people in the entertainment industry, fuck it. I don't care if I signed an NDA. I don't care if I signed this paper that said that it was consensual when it wasn't, and you fucking know that. I wonder how many fucking girls that you had signed something just like that. That is fucking diabolical. The fact that you had that paper brought out right after is so fucking sickening, and it tells me that you've done this before, that something else has happened, and there's no taking back. I already posted on Twitter, so I just feel like I have to make a video now too, and it's time for everybody, and now I can tell other people that they should speak out too. I'm not gonna say who the girl was, because that's her decision if she wants to come out and say what happened between her and Chris Brown, but she was 16 at the time. She was under the influence. I don't care anymore. I don't care, because I know the truth, and the truth is more important than anything. And I'm so fucking happy. It's time. It's time for all of you, for everybody to know who you all are. People are not going to be afraid anymore.
Okay, now this is her TikTok handle, Hannah Katana Dragon Slayer. And in the caption, she says, "Thank you, Cassie, for speaking up and giving me the courage to do the same. It's finally time for abusers in the entertainment industry to be held accountable. Diddy, Chris Brown, and Sage the Gemini." Now, I'm going to tell y'all what's crazy about this, because ever since she said this, I've been seeing a lot about Sage the Gemini, and we'll get to Chris Brown in a second too. But also remember, she says what she's witnessed between her friend and Chris Brown. She said, that's my friend's story to tell, so I'm not gonna say her name, and I respect that as well, because she's like, hey, that's her story to tell. I'm not gonna give up all of her information, but I will say that Chris Brown did do something with my friend when she was 16. But she not blowing up the spot completely, but she do want to let y'all know, hey, Chris Brown to her is a creep as well. Now, I want to see this comment that was posted 2 hours ago. Now look at this. Sage has been around my friends since we were around 12 and 16 years old. He was my sister's generation, and I didn't understand why he was always surrounded by girls my age. I'm so sorry this happened to you, all right? Now, if y'all don't know, Sage the Gemini, he is a California artist. He had a little time for a second where it looked like he was blowing up. I think he was cool with that guy. I forgot his name. It was something Surf, Suko Surf or something like that. He was a California rapper, and him and Sage was like best friends. And then all of a sudden, Sage and Chris Brown got real cool. So even if you go on Chris Brown's page right now, he has a post of Sage, being silly or whatever. So him and Chris are like BFFs or best friends, all right? But also, now Katana put this out on Twitter as well, and another girl came out and said, I outed Sage the Gemini as a R word years ago. He's a sick, weird man who had me trapped in his house with my phone in a box for 2 days while consistently intimidating me, and then she's claiming he R-worded her and in the bottom when I said I was on my period. Okay, because y'all know I can't say everything. Y'all know the YouTube algorithm is crazy, but y'all can see it on the screen at the top. She said she was on her period, so he took her in another way. Basically, that's what she's claiming. She also goes on to say, my old Twitter's been deleted, but I spoke on how he targets sex workers on Twitter. I also told other sex workers, and someone shared the same story. I don't have trauma or anything like that, baby. If this is true, I'm not a medical professional, but at the very least, you should talk to somebody about this. But she says, I don't have trauma or anything like that. So this ain't for sympathy, but the truth is the truth. So F it. My memory is shit, but I want to say this was like 2017-ish. So ever since this girl has come out and she said what she said about Sage the Gemini, we've just heard multiple people say Sage is up to some weird stuff. Now, Sage the Gemini did come out and he said, I ain't turning my shit off, LOL. Only people she not lying to is the police, because they don't give out careers. Find a new hustle. Now, look. I will say, I have not heard of this girl trying to file a civil suit against Sage the Gemini. I don't know if the statute of limitations is up for that or not. She said this happened when she was 18. Now she's 26. But you do have people who say, well, why aren't you talking to the police? That is a question that is fair. But also we don't know the full truth. Maybe she feels like she went to the police, and because she signed that documentation that they said it was nothing that she could or that they could do, because she did say that Sage made her sign a paper. So I don't know, how ironclad that documentation was. Um, and look, that's a thing in Hollywood, man. We hear about NDAs all the time. We hear about celebrities that have all of these things you have to do to hang out with them, give up your phone, sign this document. So I just hope that we're living in a time now where if somebody comes out with a allegation like this, that is taken seriously, right? I don't think we're in a time anymore where we can just brush off everything like somebody's lying, somebody's clout chasing, somebody's trying to get money, because we keep running into situations where if you look a little deeper, it could be foul play. Now, she also brought up Chris Brown. I respected the fact that she wasn't trying to out her friend and that she wasn't trying to, put her business out there. But she said Chris Brown did something with somebody who was 16, which she's 26. And I think she knows what comes with those type of allegations too, right? Y'all know Chris Brown got a strong fan base. Hell, I was around when the Chris Brown Rihanna situation happened. I remember women saying, I don't care. I love Chris Brown anyway. Looking at Rihanna's face and saying, so what? So, I'm pretty sure she knows she's going to get some backlash for this. And I guess we'll just await more evidence and more details. But y'all know with this Diddy situation, it is encouraging a lot of people to tell their stories. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.